This is a kind of an update from last week's video where I told you that Valve looked like they were stepping in and starting to ban some of Digital Homicide's Greenlight items purely because they're basically Space Invader clones or clones of Quad Wars. There's about 22 or 23 of them out now, but I just want to give a quick update that all of them bar 2 games have actually been put back up. Now the 2 games oddly that are still incompatible with Greenlight are Assault on Zarturs and Sarah to the Rescue 2. Now I don't understand why that is, and to be honest, when I saw these games being banned I thought, right, Digital Homicide must have talked their way around to get the games back on Greenlight, because technically they're not actually doing anything illegal. They must be like exploiting some loophole or something like that. But I think I have another reason why as to Valve is probably letting the games back up. Because if you think about it, Digital Homicide are in the midst of a lawsuit with Jim Sterling. So they probably don't want to do anything until that lawsuit has actually blown over and finished. Then probably once that's done, then I can see them actually doing something about these games. But I'll be going through some of the comments of all the games, and majority of people asking, why are you making so many games? And to be honest, it kind of bothered me as well, because I'm still convinced, and after seeing this, it's more or less confirmed they're only making games to make money, and that's a fact. And I got a bit of proof here as well. It's actually on the Digital Homicide Studios website. I doubt anyone has been on there. They've probably seen like the Steam games, the Itch.io games, which by the way, I believe Digital Homicide have been taken off the search rankings on Itch.io, because you try and search one of their games in the search bar and nothing comes up. The only way you can get their games is via a direct link. So it looks like at the moment Itch.io are actually doing more than what Valve are doing. But going back as to why they're making so many games, I got a blog that is done by Robert Romine of Digital Homicide, and one of the questions popped up basically saying a lot of people are saying stop making so many games, and here is a paragraph that I'm going to read to in full. I'll link this blog as well in the description and you can see it all yourself, because he does address other things, but I just want to address why the stop making so many games paragraph, so I'm going to read it now. We took your advice and the advice of the community and slowed down to produce Dungeons of Kragmar. Even with your praise and Sterling's nod of approval, let's be honest, Dungeons of Kragmar is basically probably their best game. They say that it was one of their worst income launches to date. At its current rate of sale, in brackets, without taking on the additional work we will be putting into it, it will take around 2 years to become a profitable venture. With long projects comes large amounts of risk, which is why the rate indie developers fail is so high. There are tons of developers selling their games through bundles at an amazing rate, like Indie Galas sales. Someone help me out, I haven't got a clue what that is. But they said 500,000 copies of Steam games were sold just on their site last week via bundles. Why are we held to some higher standard than the rest of the Greenlight submissions? Why is there a comparison to the AI in Deadly Profits, a $1.99 game, to the AI in Fallout, a AAA Studios game? We love making games, but honestly, if we listen to your suggestions, we will go out of business. Now, the reason Dungeons of Kragmar, guys, the reason that's probably one of your worst income launches to date is because of the history you've got. I'm pretty sure a lot of anyone who watches this video will agree with me. If Digital Homicide came out and their first game was Dungeons of Kragmar, we'd look at it a lot more positively. You would have generated a lot more sales and have made a lot more money at the price you originally set it at, and it would have been a lot more profitable for you. But with what happened with the slaughtering grounds, the practices you were doing by putting games onto Greenlight under different company names, all the things that you've been called out for doing, just the bad publicity from you when Dungeons of Kragmar came out, even if Jim Sterling did give it a nod of approval, a lot of people don't class you as a good enough developer. They wouldn't have touched the game anyway. But getting back to Steam and Valve, I'm gonna just go on a whim here. Like I said, this is only my opinion, but I believe Valve are probably not going to do anything with Digital Homicide's games until the lawsuit has blown over. Because you never know, Digital Homicide might even go and sue Valve. I know that probably won't happen, but you never know. I'm guessing Valve just doesn't want to get involved until that blows over. But at least Itch.io seems to have done something about it, because I don't agree with the amount of games they're putting on Steam. Like I said in previous videos, I feel sorry for the people who work tirelessly just to make one decent quality game that they make, and when they put it on Greenlight it hardly gets noticed because of the amount of games, I'm using games in quotation marks, that Digital Homicide are putting on. And I just think that's unfair. Valve need to like implement something, say only a limit number of games, say per month, to go on Greenlight, or alternatively, because the $100 charge is only for per account, do like say a $50 charge per game. You know, something's got to be done about this. But I feel while this lawsuit's happening, I can't see Valve doing anything about it at the moment. Once a lawsuit is over with, maybe they would do something about it, but I honestly wouldn't know, because technically I don't think what Digital Homicide doing is illegal. It's bullshit. I'll happily say that, but at the moment expect to see a lot of Digital Homicide games coming through to Greenlight and possibly getting even greenlit as well. But what do you guys think about this? This will probably be the last Digital Homicide video I make for quite a while, because this whole saga is getting as tiresome and as exhausting as a certain Calico chameleon that was paraded around in earlier this year. But what do you guys think in the comments below? This is James Boy logging off. You take care.